I was with Bronca on March of the Living. She truly was one of the bravest women I ever met, really, truly. I'll never forget that we were in Tikochin, and we were in the square, and she and I, we were walking, and we noticed a swastika painted on one of these old little homes. And there was a van with, a police van with police officers in the van. She marched up to this one and she gave her what for. She said, "How do you allow swastikas to be painted on homes when we are coming to this place?" And they really got going. They promised her that they're going to make sure that these swastikas are going to be painted over or removed or whatever. And I was going to say, really, the women were truly the heroines in Auschwitz and Birkenau, for what they did and how they formed support groups. This did not happen in the men's camps. So, the March of the Living, and you know, every year there's more meaning for me. As I get not younger, but a year older, how wonderful it is to be able to go on the March of the Living. What a wonderful thing this is. For me to go marching on Yom HaShoah with thousands of young Jewish girls and boys and adults, I feel a very deep sadness, but at the same time, I'm so proud. I see these thousands of blue-jacketed young people. And I guess I've been doing this since 1998. I think Naomi was with me in 1998. That goes back a long time, and I know many of my colleagues and friends here that have been doing it for much longer. But it wouldn't happen if we wouldn't have these amazing people. Eddie, Michael Silverman, and we'll really miss him. I'll never forget, Michael brought me back to the hotel, the Novotel in Warsaw. I was dead tired. And we came into the lobby and it was full of marchers, and he went up to the counter and he said, "I have a booking here for this man here, Max Eisen." And they're looking on the computer, and he says, "This man is that tired, he needs a room." So, Michael, I'll miss you. So, stories, there are millions of stories that I could tell you. I know that Ellie had a documentary of these seeing eye dogs. It was last week, was it? Mm-hmm. And I have a story as well. It's in my book. I had a big Alsatian dog at home. We had a large property, and his name was Farkas. And as you know, Farkas in Hungarian means a wolf. And he was truly our guardian. And I just want to tell you one item in 1942. In 1942, some Hungarian Jews were deported to Kamenets-Podolsk. And I happened to be on the transport with my mother and my aunt and my two little brothers. My father and uncle were in the labor battalions in the Bachka, which was at one time Yugoslavia. And we were very fortunate that we were the last transport. We were up in the Carpathian Mountains in a place called Havasharya, which was right on top of the Carpathian, near the Tatar Pass. It's a pass that's close to the Ukraine. Spent 3 weeks. There were thousands of names written on the walls of the shed, families from all over Hungary, and the date when they were taken to Kamenets-Podolsk. So our date came. This Hungarian officer made a speech that tomorrow morning your trucks are arriving. You're going to go to work in a place called Kamenets-Podolsk. And we were loaded, and we were already over the pass, And he came riding after us on his big horse and stopped the transport, and he said, everybody's going home. And this was the last transport. Somehow Hungary managed, it brought us back from the jaws of destruction. And we came home, and I will never forget, my mother, my aunt, we were all walking, we were filthy, carrying our bundles, and my dog Fartash, he could smell it when we were a half-kilometer away. He came flying out through the gate, and he wouldn't stop licking me for hours. And you know, that 1942, for me, it was as if I came back from hell and I came back to heaven. My grandparents were not taken away, my grandfather, my grandmother, and it was a beautiful sunny day. And I just wanted to hug everybody and every single tree in our orchard. It was one of the happiest moments in my life. So how brutal it was when the same thing repeated itself 2 years later, in 1944, and I knew in my guts that this is going to be a different story altogether. So thank you so much, Ellie, Naomi, and all of you, my friends. May we all be able to do this up to 120. In Yiddish they say,
bis 120.
Bis 100, also wie 20. So, thank you.